Hey, what's going on, y'all? Pete Olson, the social media guru, the Montana Silver Stacker. And during the football season, I make the picks, baby. Last week I was 13-3. Pretty amazing. We're here at week 2. And the Thursday night game I got wrong. I couldn't believe it. I picked Kansas City to win at Kansas City. They were up 24-17, and through a miracle of God, Denver pulled that off. And I know you boys that picked Kansas City, man, you're a little pissed with that. I would have been too if I had had money on the game. And but I can tell you this, it's a good thing Peyton right now has a good defense. That defense at Denver is solid with the capital S. But again, Peyton had a much better game last night. Much better game than he had week 1. And you got to watch Denver. Peyton's going to get better and better as the time goes on here. So, but man, we had that game in the bag, and then it just kind of came out of our hands like magic. So that happened. So let's do the picks for week 2, NFL season 2015. Here we go. New England at Buffalo, guys. I'm taking New England. Obvious reasons. It's Tom Brady. It's Gronk. It's Coach Belichick. He just rallies. He takes the most average players and makes them great. And not saying Tom or Gronk are average, they're phenomenal. But meaning he's taking average wide receivers, made them great. It's like moving parts on defense. Great linebacker after great linebacker, great DB after great DB coming in. So that's a no-brainer to me. Buffalo is very good. Don't get me wrong. I think they're a playoff team. They're not going to be good enough to beat New England. I think New England takes it. Arizona at Chicago. Arizona's D is stellar. Ellington's out this week. Chris Johnson's in at running back. Carson Palmer threw for over 300 yards and three touchdowns last week. Arizona's just too strong. Chicago's still a mess. Arizona. San Diego at Cincinnati. I think San Diego's a good team. But did you see the way Cincinnati played last week? I'm taking Cincinnati. Those boys are going to be playoff bound again. Tennessee at Cleveland. Now, this may shock you. I know most people would be like, Tennessee, Mariota. He's phenomenal. I'm going to take Cleveland at Cleveland. I think their backs are against the wall. I think Johnny Manziel is going to have a very good game, and I think they're going to play him really tough. I think they're going to make changes on Mariota, going to shut him down. He's not going to throw 4 touchdown passes, and they're going to win a close one. So I'll take Cleveland at Cleveland. Detroit at Minnesota. I'm going to take Minnesota. As bad as they looked against San Fran last week, I'm going to take Minnesota because I think Teddy Bridgewater and Adrian Peterson are going to roll. They're going to be tough. Bridgewater's a hell of a quarterback, and he's only going to get better. Unfortunately for Detroit, I don't think they're going to have what it takes to win at Minnesota. Tampa Bay at New Orleans. Drew Brees is going to tear them up in the dome. End of story. Tampa Bay's got a lot of growing pains. Jameis Winston has a lot of growing pains. Drew Brees is going to show Jameis how quarterbacking is done. So that's an easy pick. Atlanta at New York Giants. Okay, I know you guys are probably thinking Atlanta, but you know what? Atlanta away from Atlanta. I think it's gonna be a different deal this time. So I'm going to take the New York Giants. Their backs are up against the wall already too, just like my Redskins. And I think they're going to play really tough at home, and they're going to get a W for the G-men, okay? I'm not sure about the whole Jason Pierre-Paul, but he looks better than what people are saying. I think there's a lot of rumors out there. I think the Giants are going to win at home there, okay? San Francisco at Pittsburgh. There ain't no way San Francisco's beating Pittsburgh at Pittsburgh. I mean, Roethlisberger, this offense, I think, is going to be the most prolific offense at the end of the 16 games in the NFL this year. They are a pass-happy group, and he's going to throw for 350 yards and a few touchdowns. Pittsburgh will win at Pittsburgh. St. Louis at my beloved Washington Redskins. St. Louis is my son's favorite team. Dude, St. Louis is really good, and the Redskins are still in chaos. I think Kirk Cousins is our future. I really do. He's excellent. He's going to only get better and better and better. Our offensive line, meaning Washington's, is a lot better than what people thought. They proved that last week against the Miami D, which is one of the best defensive lines in football. Now we're going against the best defensive line in football with Aaron Donald and Robert Quinn. I mean, those boys are badass. Unfortunately, as much as diehard Redskins fan since I was 4 years old, man, St. Louis is going to win this, and they're going to win it pretty easily. Houston at Carolina. Houston, I was really surprised. They switched quarterbacks already, and I don't think that was a smart move. I really don't. I mean, I don't think you go with the quarterback for 1 week and yank him already, unless you saw signs of that in the preseason. Then why did you make him the starter to begin with? I think it needs more than a week's worth. But maybe he's running. He's told them both, and I think I did see that they're both on a short chain, and he's going to go with who he feels is the hot hand. But guys, it's not enough. Carolina's going to win again at Carolina. Cam's going to get the most out of his depleted wide receiver core, and they will win. Baltimore at Oakland. Baltimore lost last week, but Oakland, again, is still in shambles. I think they're rebuilding, but they're not there yet. Baltimore's going to win, and they should win pretty handily. Miami at Jacksonville. Bortles just isn't there yet. Miami's a good team. Redskins almost beat them last week, but they're too talented all over. They're gonna tear up Jacksonville. Dallas at Philadelphia. Philadelphia will not lose 2 games in a row. I'll tell you that. They won't. I mean, I know Tony Romo brought back Dallas. They're a good team, best offensive line in football. Philly's got too many weapons, and they're pissed. They're going to win at Philly, without a doubt. Dallas will lose that game. Seattle at Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers will win that game. Seattle will go 0-2. Mark my words, 0-2. Seattle at Green Bay. Green Bay will win it. Okay? Seattle's going to be reeling, and especially with their safety being a knucklehead and Cameron and not playing, even though he has 3 years left on his contract, that greedy bastard. That's going to hurt him big time. And it hurt him last week. It's going to hurt him again. Aaron Rodgers will slice through that D like a hot knife through butter. Okay? And then the New York Jets at Indianapolis. Mr. Luck has got a lot to prove. They got their ass kicked by Buffalo last week. He's going to throw for 3 or 4 touchdowns, 350 yards, close to 400 yards, and they will win big. And watch the ground game. They're gonna go to Gore more. They're gonna go to Gore and establish that run game, which will open up the passing lanes and the line, because the linebackers will be sucked up, and he'll start hitting crossing patterns, and then they'll start going deep to Hilton, to Ty. And but no way Luck's losing two in a row, especially to the Jets. All right. Well, there you go, guys. Man, I hope you appreciated that. And I was 13-3 last week. And I think I'll be right around there again. So let me know any comments that you have. Please give a thumbs up, and please share to all the different social networks. I really, really appreciate it. God bless you guys. Talk to you real soon. Good luck.